Akwesasne TV is located on Mohawk Territory, which straddles the border of Canada and the United States. Our station's focus is bringing Indigenous stories to life. Our media team understands that when spirits roam the earth, it's because they're unsettled. And as Mohawk people, we believe that they're still here for a reason. This is Spirit World. The Dupree House, also known as Dunwich Manor, is located in the quiet town of Fort Covington, New York, just adjacent to Akwesasne. The residence has served many purposes since its construction back in 1888. Many rumors surround this house. Some say that it was a site for the Underground Railroad. Others have stated that it was once a living space for a known witch.
My role today is to go in. I'm cold. I have no knowledge of these buildings, and to get my impression. Going in cold means that I have basically no idea where I'm going. I have not been given an address, the name of the house, the history of the house, any suspected haunting information. I am kept right in the dark right up until the last second. Okay, as I walk in, I immediately hear welcome. It doesn't feel like it was a sincere welcome. There have been many objects placed out here, magical objects, spells, mostly done to hurt other people. However, some objects have been placed out here for the protection of the person who is doing these spells. And I'm hearing, watch your step. And I'm hearing, watch your step. Whatever business this was, did not feel like it was a prosperous business. It felt like it was a very struggling business, and eventually ended.
Attending the walkthrough was Akwesasne TV's general manager, Regan Jacobs, along with Ryan King, a producer.
Even entering the house, I felt like this heaviness, and it wasn't nervousness. It was just a heaviness, like on my chest. I felt like, I had a hard time catching my breath. It was weird. It was like an uncomfortable feeling.
I was taking all the fun things that we do, the boring things called the readings. So I was going around using our equipment to take EMF, which is the electromagnetic readings. I was going from room to room doing that. I did the kitchen and the dining room and the living room and upstairs. And I got into the basement also, I think. That's as far as I got.
Now we're entering into the dining room. Grand big dining room, largely unused. I hear a lot of jibber jabber, words of spells. Objects were burned. Letters were burned. And this chimney holds all these words. All these words, they seem to have gotten stuck. They never completely exited the home, which is part of the problem. I'm afraid a lot of the stuff that was supposed to go up the chimney came back into the home. I just heard yes, that's right. Oh boy. Okay, we'll go up into the attic. There are a lot of dark spirits that dwell up here. Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel like I can't breathe.
Yeah. Yeah, there are dark spirits up here. I was just told to leave. Now it feels like someone either hung themselves here or they tried to hang themselves here. They were successful, they said.
The attic. The attic was a huge turning point for me in terms of when we were going through the home. When I got up into the attic, there was a sense of mugginess in the air. I had a hard time catching my breath. I felt like somebody was choking me, and my eyes started to tear up and my ears started ringing, and yeah, I had a hard time catching my breath. I think the attic was definitely that, was not a good space. It felt evil.
Now there's also on this property the issue of slavery. Slaves trying to escape. Clairvoyantly, I see a lot of black people scurrying around through the trees, in and around behind the trees. Someone rushing around this room. Hurry, hurry. I'm hearing hurry, hurry. And now I see them with lanterns going towards the direction of the border. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because the border's just over there.
Right here, yeah.
because they were so close to freedom, yet so afraid to make that last step for fear of being caught. They'd come so far, and they had one more big hurdle, one more big step to freedom, and I just feel they were just so much anguish, but they were hungry and they were tired and they were sick, and some of them still had shackles on that they couldn't get off, and they were dirty, and some didn't have shoes, or some had one shoe, and I see somebody else that had like cloth just wrapped around the foot, and they weren't given a lot of provisions to make their last step of this journey. A lot of heartache, families broken apart, children missing, spouses missing, just a lot of deep, deep emotions.
I feel sick.
Yeah, it is. It does feel sick. It just, the whole house is sick, actually. The whole house feels very oppressive. The whole house feels very sick. It feels a lot of magic. A lot of dark magic that they thought would help people, but it was revenge. They didn't go to the light. They didn't pray to God or Great Mystery, or they didn't pray for this protection. They went at it the wrong way and went for the revenge aspect of it all. But a lot of it backfired. Karma. Karma's a
Yeah, sure is.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard, come in, come in. Oh, so nice to see you. But in the back of their mind, they're saying, we've got to hurry up and get them out of here. Yeah, no, this vortex is like in a triangle. The way it was shown to me clairvoyantly is it's a perfect triangle, and then the vortex is in the center, and it's spinning. And I just heard stop, so why don't you move this way so that you don't walk into it, because that would make sense. A triangle over there somewhere. You between, like right between that building, and this building, it makes a triangle. So I'm thinking that the vortex is right there. Now I can see it swirling, and it's swirling black energy, which is never good. And I just heard rescue us. And then the darker entity said, not a chance. And that vortex was opened intentionally because I see this woman doing this. I get the feeling like she thought she was going to cast spirits down there. Like she thought she was really, really very powerful, and she did misuse her power. She did have power and knowledge, and she did misuse it. Now, the things that come in and out of this vortex are not human spirits. Human spirits are different. When people die, some of them cross to the light, and they're never heard from again. Some of them have the ability to come and go. Some of them don't know they're dead, and they walk around in limbo and wonder why people can't hear them. Some spirits stay because they're attached to a person, place, or thing. So human spirits are different. You know, and spirits like that are non-threatening, usually. But the types of things that are coming in and out of this vortex make me feel very nervous, like that none of us should be out here right now. So let's go try an outbuilding. Okay, now, right off the bat, I hear crying and moaning and fear, and I'm hearing like shackles clanking. So there were slaves in here. Now, this is what I saw in my dream yesterday. If you look up, it's what I saw in my dream.
I just felt something like touch my leg.
Yeah, I felt
Like
something just
grab
pulled
my
my hair.
ankle. I just
Yeah,
felt
something pulled
grab
my hair.
ankle.
I keep feeling something tugging on my
Oh, that was
Yeah,
weird,
my hair
though.
too. My hair too, I felt it.
I felt like a grab on my ankle. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, the spirits are saying, help us. I'm sorry. Sorry. Sorry for what happened to you, but we're just investigating. We're not changing anything here today.
I did at one time on the outskirts of the property, there's this old carriage house, and we were standing outside. I actually didn't go inside because I felt somebody grab my ankle as I was standing outside. And after that, I was just like, well, I'm not going inside. I'm not going inside now, but I did feel like somebody grabbed my leg.
Well, my spirit guides showed me several days in advance of coming to this reservation to do the investigation that there was a vortex there. I think it was like a warning, a danger warning that my spirit guides gave me, because all I saw was I see the vortex in the shape of a triangle and nothing but black energy swirling. And I know things are coming up and things are going down, but what they are, we don't know. You know, there are spirits of little children running around. If I'm right, the doctor who saw a lot of children in this medical practice, but a lot of the children died, and you know, those spirits are in the house running around. That may be tied in with the word inoculation and smallpox. I mean, as you know, it was a huge epidemic. Now they're showing me that there are people or a person that's buried on this land. They're just showing me clairvoyantly. Wow, they had fabulous horses. Oh boy. Watch your step. I still feel like there's a trap door somewhere, that something that opens up, that they can go under the ground. Now, I feel like there were a lot of slaves who died here. And maybe that's what I was clairvoyantly seeing, with bodies being buried in the yard here on this property somewhere. I heard, "We believe in God, help us." And I just heard, "Persons alive downstairs." So maybe in this building there's the trap door somewhere. They're saying, "Move the planks." Now I hear some very low singing, like African songs.
Like hymns.
Yeah, like you know, the hymns that they sing. Very, very low though, very, very light, so no one could hear them. So, you know, a lot of them died. Now I'm having trouble breathing, and I just heard there was a hanging upstairs. Are you feeling it? Yeah. That. Bye. Yeah, there was another hanging upstairs.
I got chills.
And I just heard murders. Murders. So maybe the hanging that's up in the top of the barn was a murder. Yeah, this land is contaminated too. It's not just the house, but it's the outbuildings and the land itself. The boundaries of this entire property are contaminated. Oh yeah, this energy is very oppressive. Very oppressive energy. And I heard bad things happen down here. Dark spirits like dark places, like cold, damp, dark places like cellars and attics in particular.
I got chills right
It-
through my body.
I'm just hearing that terrible things happen down here. And it's hard to breathe. There were fights. There were people having sex. There were slaves. There was sickness. And I just heard leave now.
Well, you can have your space. You can go.
Yeah, especially if she's getting drained like that. They're sucking her energy. Yeah, that gives them more energy. This woman who was the witch, I believe she actually did things so bad that it drove people to go crazy, and they committed suicide, made them ill, and they died. I believe she actually killed people. That may be what some of these spirits are in this home. But she buried a lot of different things in the ground, especially at the four corners of this property. Wow, Lana, where should I start? I don't know if I want to throw up or fall over.
I'm exhausted.
No, she got drained.
I need a coffee.
So I expect a lot of activity, and 3 of us here today were touched. 2 of us had our hair pulled, another one was grabbed by the ankle. So the house is very active. You can feel a lot of oppression in many areas of the house. You feel the heaviness, you feel the sickness in your gut, you feel like you want to vomit, you feel dizziness, and I expect it to be very active.
The The sun has set on the Dupree House, and now it's time for the overnight investigation. The Pistols Paranormal Research Team prepares their equipment to capture any possible paranormal activity. There will be 2 staff members from Akwesasne TV who will be the hosts for this Spirit World episode. Brittany Bonaparte, the skeptic non-believer, and Kevin Lazore, the believer, both being accompanied by members of the Pistols Paranormal Research Team. Team Brittany and Team Kevin will be investigating simultaneously in different locations in the house and on the property.
Let's get spooky.
Walkie.
I got it.
Okay, you got a walkie-talkie?
Renee, make sure that if anybody sees, hears, feels anything near them, that you guys are checking each other with the equipment.
Okay, do you want to let Lana know we're in place? Please?
Did she say what team or anything?
My hair just got pulled.
Can you come over this way a little bit so you're not blocking the grapevine?
Should I back up more, like here?
You're fine.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
fine. Is there anyone up here?
I don't know what to do. Why did you pull my hair? Who's hiding back there?
Are you here with us now? You know, it's okay to touch one of us.
Who was murdered down here? My hair was pulled again. Can you take a reading, please? Panel box is 13.6, 13.8, 23.6, 22.6, 26.8. Don't be afraid. Talk to us. We're here to listen.
Temp gun, please, again. A little closer to me.
Board under Joy's foot.
Thank you.
66.
Oh, we're going up? We'll take it up higher then. Warm me up. Note for the recorder. I don't know if it's the boxes or what. I'm just getting a big whiff of a musty, musty smell.
Well, thank you for talking to us.
I had 40 minutes of battery life, and we went down there, and I have 5 minutes now.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
They were down there. They were kind of moving around. I had my hair pulled like 3 times, I think.
It just felt like power box. Like, I mean, granted, it does admit that
EMF, yeah.
EMF, but they can also draw. Probably being right around there.
Yep, yep.
Renee, I thought you were looking right at me because I could see like a lighter, your face color. And I was staring like, why is she staring at me? But you were actually facing the other way and you clicked on your light and you weren't even facing me. So I was like, oh my God. That was the spookiest thing ever.
I don't know. Should we ask him?
But
or
that was
should
like
we
the
just go
only
do
thing.
that area?
I'm still questioning everything.
Are you close by me?
If you feel cold, have her take your
Can you
temp
take a template right here?
towards his left.
Yeah, right there.
Right there where I am.
Yeah.
60.5.
Okay, if I'm standing here, is that good?
No, the grid's gone.
The grid is
The
gone.
grid is gone.
I see that.
Alright, grid batteries. Hang on. Checking it on the grid.
Alright. Grid's being checked. Okay, we're moving from the attic down to the second floor.
Copy that. We're out in the stables right now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Why did you not have peace? Why are you so angry?
So during the battery change after what happened about my battery being drained from the basement, there was something happened with my infrared light on the camera, and it wasn't working when we were in this room, where I just, in real time, I heard the voice. It was like a deep gurgling, like growl type noise, and that really freaked me out, especially after hearing Renee say, "Why are you so angry?" And I was like, took my headphone off and kept it off for the rest of the night because I didn't want to hear anything like that ever again.
Do you know our names? If so, can you say them? And be nice.
Was that upstairs?
I can hear a beeping.
Yes.
Is that the upstairs meter?
Red pod. Let's
Yep.
go.
Oh.
Karen to base, we had to go back to the attic, had a REM pod noise. Got it.
So who is that in the attic?
This feels like it's added on.
Yeah. Well, we ain't going to the bathroom.
Did you make that noise?
We had to go back to the attic, had a REM pod noise. Wait a minute. You're having fun with us, making us come back up, aren't we?
You're just playing around with us?
Alright, we're gonna go back down. Set it back off if you want it, we'll come back. You're enjoying that, aren't you? Trying to shut it off?
Come on, you can shut it off all the way. Give it one more try.
Okay, we're leaving this lower section and entering into the kitchen.
The boys talking downstairs.
That was 8. Okay, we're tired of playing that. Set the other one off. Here's your 10.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
There's something else in the film. It is 11:12. We are in another bedroom. We'd really like to keep talking to you. Is there someone standing in that entry hall? Totally block out the light from that window. Do one of you smoke cigars?
I can hear heavy breathing.
During the nighttime investigation, we were getting EVPs. We were trying to get some EVPs in one of the rooms. So one of the investigators, Karen, started to ask if any of the spirits smoked. And right after she asked that, I heard some heavy breathing. And it wasn't coming from one of the microphones that was on our investigators, and it wasn't coming, it was coming from the shotgun mic on the camera. And I wasn't close enough to anybody to be picking up their breathing, and it wasn't picking up my breathing. So it was very, very weird, very strange that as soon as she asked that question, I started to hear a heavy breathing through my headphones, and it was one of the creepiest parts of the night.
Yes.
Nobody questioned that.
Not me.
I gotta press the button. I don't even have one.
I don't have one.
Karen needs to have a break and get fresh batteries, please.
That section there, those big bedrooms, where that bathroom is.
Yes, turn them on.
Just down here.
Turn the light on, guys.
Bright light is great. I'm thinking maybe the batteries. I didn't touch anything.
That's the second
time. I don't have. Yes, this is the second time. I think somebody's gonna go change the batteries in the noise machine because it's stopping.
So their walkie-talkies went on, but nobody pressed it. So apparently it was the panic button that you pressed, but nobody pressed it. I'm still a skeptic though.
Got the REM pod going on?
Yeah.
Millie Gauss went up to point 1, point 2. You say my name, or make the Millie Gauss go up to point 6, say, or make that device there go off. It just said my name.
Yeah, it did.
What's your name?
Carl. Thank you very much. You're giving me quite a confirmation that you are here. I'm holding this so you can see this. We got REM pod activity.
Okay, let's get this cooking, guys. Get the camera.
Okay. Thank you. I myself and these folks, we're gonna go downstairs. We're gonna finish doing a little bit of what we gotta do. And then we'll be back to talk to you some more.
Did you hear it?
It didn't really sound like anything.
All set.
Copy that. We've started session.
Ah, there you are.
REM pod action.
Now, how about talking to us through the white noise machine?
Careful of that Widowmaker. We're entering the barn.
If you got enough strength left, you're talking to the recorders. At least tell us your name.
What was that? What are you saying?
And try that again. Come on, try real hard. My recorder's right there to pick you up. Come on. Try real hard. That's it. Do it again. My recorder's right next to it. If we can't hear you now, we'll hear you later. Can you do that again? Come on, do it a couple times in a row.
The floor is really sturdy. That's what I was saying.
There. She has a device in her hand. It will not hurt you. It has an orange light and you can speak to us through it. We can't hear you right now, but when we play this back, we'll be able to hear you. Okay? Okay. But it will allow, we got a 2.4 milligauss rating, and instantly, and it disappeared. Just that fast.
That's freaky.
I zoomed in on it and my camera, I didn't touch it again and it zoomed back out.
Really?
Yeah.
All by itself?
It zoomed back out a little bit, yeah.
And I keep seeing a light against the boxes. I don't know if you're moving.
These lights?
It's one of them, like a green light, but it moves.
Oh, that's freaky. This much activity, this is a lot of activity for a spirit to do. Well, that's pretty good that we've gotten that many times for that REM pod to go off in one night. If you want our help for anything, you have to speak into our recorders or let us know somehow. Just keep trying. Christina, do you have anything you want to ask?
No.
I just want to know your name.
So we went up to the attic and did the white noise machine part of the investigation, which is just pre-recorded white noise.
And at first I figured nothing was gonna happen because it's pre-recorded. But then they started asking the entity or the ghosts questions, and then the recording would stop. At first I thought it was just a coincidence, but then as they kept asking more questions, it would continue to respond in the way that the recording would stop, which I found very eerie. But as soon as time went on and we were still standing there in the dark, I really did start to get creeped out by it. And I'm still trying to figure out why it would stop and respond, because I'm a scientific person, so I'm trying to find a reason or an explanation, but I'm still not sure.
Okay, go. Go.
Go.
Go.
You're being quite rude pushing us out. I'm a little more steadfast than you are right now, Joy.
No, I heard go.
If you truly want us to go, make a knocking sound that we can hear, and we will leave, and me and my crew won't come back up here. If that was you, can you do that again? Heard it that time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We will be to our word. We shall leave.
You've got all these people paying attention to you. How does it make you feel? You okay back there, girl?
Legs hurt real bad.
Oh, the legs hurt. Your legs hurt?
Mm-hmm.
You okay? I mean,
I want to move.
you want to get moved?
Mm.
Was it all of a sudden, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah? Don't go
I don't know. Maybe if it was because I was standing on that, I'm not sure. But it was pretty painful.
It was painful?
Yeah.
That's not very nice. Was it you doing that to that girl? That's not nice.
2 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna go down. All right. Well, we'll be back. Okay. 0.9. We just gotta jump, guys.
Now we're down to 0.4 on the zoo.
That's still 0.4.
Well, just drain the camera battery, so it's picking up energy.
Yeah, I got a little bit.
Moving them forward.
Okay.
There's no power.
No.
I was just double checking. No power. I just did a 6.1
No, there's
right here.
no power in here.
0.1. Really got us 0.1. Steady.
Somebody tapping?
Dante said that he heard some tapping.
I just heard it again.
Me too.
I heard a tap that time.
So, who's in here? I got a feeling that there's somebody in here we need to talk to. Who would like to talk to us?
Can we take your picture? Can we take your picture with the pretty dolls?
Why don't you stand right next to Renee? I'm going to take a picture.
My eyes were probably huge in that picture. Oh, I don't want to go. This sucks.
You think, guys, you want to wrap?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
here?
3.8. Okay, hello. Somebody's come to visit. It was just a sudden jump. Did the temp change too or no?
No. 0, 0, 0, and then 3.8 back down to 0.
What's your name?
What was the top end on the EMF?
3.8?
3.8, yeah.
That's high.
Anything over here?
No.
It was
1.9. 0.
so 3.8 right about there. So
Yeah, right in this area. So I put it down here.
Can you give us 1 knock for yes, 2 knocks for no? Were you born in this area? You all heard that, right? That 1 knock. Okay.
What is the problem that remains?
If that light goes off,
Oh. Want me to make it go off?
Can you make the lights go off for us on the floor? On the machine on the floor?
Just touch it. Just go by it.
I hate that this device looks like a coffin.
Oh. Yeah, it's a freaky shape.
Just too much.
We're in room number 2 from when we came in. Stomach growling. And we asked what it was like for this individual here. And there was a mumbled answer from room number 1.
Okay, try to come sideways when you catch your breath. Go on. Go ahead.
The closet.
Okay. It hasn't, the camera hasn't blurred since
They
we're
scare me.
outside.
I know, me too.
I don't like them at
I
all.
stay away from the closets.
Cover. Done.
Renee watching.
Yeah, sit down. Now it's about time that
What's that noise?
Dante
Copy that.
came into the house.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard that.
I think it's
well-
about time for us to do if they're coming in, I think it's time for the big reveal.
I'm scared now.
Yeah?
I like feel really sad.
Really?
Yeah.
Your favorite spot?
Holy shit.
I think she has feelings. I'm just kidding.
What'd you say? That's cute?
No, she has
Oh my
feelings.
god, she has feelings.
Oh.
I like came into this thinking like this isn't a big deal. And I'm just like walking around, blah blah blah. But now I'm like really emotional right now. After what happened in that room, it was so weird.
The last one that we just did.
I felt wicked sad in that room.
Yeah, I could tell you were being weird.
How was that up there?
Not normal.
Do you have any readings?
I almost like just cried earlier. It was weird.
So tell us what you felt in there when you got outside.
I just,
What did you feel?
I didn't. It was more like emotional. I just felt really sad, and I was nervous and I was scared, and I don't know why that happened. It was just, and then I just felt really overwhelmed when I started walking back down here, and like I
My tears were welling up.
My next question is, have you ever had that feeling overwhelm you like that?
No. So I'm still kind of
freaked.
Hearing the white noise machine kind of changed my mind on everything. And then when we moved up into, or moved back down into one of the bedrooms, for some reason closets were scaring the shit out of me. Because they're closed, or even when they're halfway open, you still don't know what's behind there. And I kind of was looking around, and I felt like someone was watching me. I would turn around and see nothing. I thought I would hear people talking near my ear, so many other things, and I just started to really get kind of scared. And that takes a lot for me to admit. But as the night progressed, I started feeling very emotional, overwhelmed with emotions. And that could have been because it was a long night. I was hyped up on Red Bull, and I was getting no sleep because we did this till like 3 or 4 in the morning. And maybe I was just thinking way too much into everything, but that's how I felt.
At the investigation's end, Renee and Lana revealed to the team some of the history and rumors that surround the house and the property. The team decided to gather one last time to ask the spirits our final questions.
Okay, so now we've got all the toys on the table, we've got the recorders on the table. This is our final session in this house, and I'm sure everybody's got some last questions to ask. We're asking all the spirits that are in this house to please come down to this room. Come down here and talk to us because this is our last session here. If you want help, we're here to help. We've got the recorders going. You can see the little lights on the table. Cameras are going. All this attention on you. Now that the whole story's been opened up, we can all go around the table and ask any questions we want.
Lyle, which room are you in? Lyle, why are you still here?
Alan.
Did you die in the house or out in the barn?
Again, I offer our help, and I thank those who have come forward on the other side to talk to us. Could you, before we get ready to leave, could you possibly make a sound for us? Anything. Okay, guys. You know what, team? You did a fantastic job tonight.
Once the investigation was complete, Akwesasne TV and Pistols reviewed what was recorded, and this is what was found.
Is it just Renee and me? Is it just Renee and me?
I think you need a key. Are you guys hiding in the basement? I think you need a key. Oh, you guys are heading to the basement?
The investigation was full of activity, voice activity, physical activity, all kinds of different eras and actions on the part of the spirits. It's surprising that there were so many spirits that were asking for help, that want to be free, and you know, the vortex and the demons and the bad spirits that are holding the others hostage. I mean, it was just an investigation filled with so many different types of spirits of all ages, of all races, of all eras.
If you know of or own a place that you think is haunted and should be investigated for future episodes of Spirit World, email Gahandwaks Perkins at kperkins.atv@gmail.com or contact us on the Akwesasne TV Facebook page.
Yo, honey,